All right, so you'll have to excuse my mess here. I've had all kinds of shit up on this table. Never in a million years did I think that I would find this thing again. I bought this at a pawn shop. So this is a Spyderco Tenacious. My first Spyderco was a Spyderco Resilience. Then I bought a Paramilitary 2. Absolutely fucking loved it. Lost it in a crawl space. Customer even let me go back down there like a week later, and I just couldn't find it. I spent like 2 hours looking for it. I fucking lost it. So that was the last Spyderco that I bought until I ran across this at a pawn shop for 20 bucks. I couldn't turn it down. For those of you who are my knife buddies, you would know that this is not my fucking knife. There's no way in hell that I would have the pocket clip up here. That's just not my style. It's got to go down there. So I've got to take that off. The action on this is fucking awful. It's dirty as fuck. So anyway, not only that, it's sort of has a blade, which needs to be fixed. I mean, this is not very sharp. You know, it's probably sharp enough to put a hole in a box or something, but you're going to have resistance along the whole way. So, I guess what I'm going to do tonight is we're going to take this fucking pocket clip off and we're going to put it down there. And I kind of want to pull this thing apart and just clean the gunk out. This is a heavily used knife. You can tell by the just the shit around there. All the jimping has shit in it. Fingernails are always fucked up. So yeah, we need to clean this thing up quite a bit to make this a good user again, and I am going to invest the time in doing so. So look here, we gotta figure out what size that is. It's probably a T6. Am I right? I was right. Son of a bitch. Alright. And that was just guessing. That was guessing with all of those as a choice. Alright. Get this shit off of here. Yeah, Spydercos should not have that much resistance. And I'm expecting there to be like, you know what? I need to grab a tray to keep these screws in, because I will fucking lose the shit out of them. Yeah, give me just a second. We're going to use a bottle cap. These are probably a different size. God dang, that's small. This is like a T3. For those of you who know Torx bits, you would know that T3 is excessively small. Come on, you little fucker. I don't know if we're going to get to sharpening tonight or not. It just, when I pull this thing off, it's a lot is going to depend on how fucked up this knife is. Come on. Yeah, I never in a million years would have my pocket clip up there. There's lots of reasonings, but yeah. There's all kinds of people who prefer tip up carry. There's people who prefer tip down. I am a tip up person. Man, that thing's never been off of there. Look at that. Ever. Alright. We need to get a different. We're going to use this Advil bottle cap for the flat screws so that I don't get these confused. No, these aren't the same. Yes, they are the same size. Thank God. Come on. Oh, dude, if this is stripped, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. No. Luckily, I got that one, I think. I did. Jeez. I don't know if this thing's ever been apart. Well, with that being stripped, somebody fucking tried. Shitheads. Fuck. It looks like it's there. You know what? We're gonna grab something with teeth on it. Security bits. It's big. God. Not a whole lot of choices here. Gotcha. Gotcha, bitch. Alright. There's a fucking broken pick. Okay. So we're going to keep these two in here so I don't lose track of those, because I'm going to need those. Oh, shit. Forgot about those. Hopefully we can get away with using the Torx on these. Nope. Son of a bitch, man. This is like a fucking T1. God. Oh, don't tell me you're gonna be a permanent fucking problem. You sure are, aren't you? Oh, that's why it's turning the barrel inside. Shit. Alright, well. I guess technically we don't need to take that, unscrew that side. Just flathead. We'll pry that off of there, hopefully. Come on. Oh, I'm already seeing rust. There she goes. Damn. Well, at least we know what kind of condition she's in. Alright, let's get that blade off of there. These, so, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's washers in there. Those really need to come out. I really need to fucking clean this. I don't want to fucking do that. Alright, well. See, it's probably not a big deal with a Spyderco, but it is a massive fucking deal with Bela songs. Butterfly knives. So, when you go cleaning up the washers, if you destroy the surface of that washer via sandpaper, which is like one of the easiest ways to get gunk off of shit, or any type of abrasive material like a rough edge of a sponge. The problem is when you change the thickness of that washer on a Bela song, you get handle play like a motherfucker. It ruins your knife. It ruins the whole flipping experience. Come on, fucker. Alright. These little washers here, man, there's a ton of gunk. A ton of gunk. Alright, let's get this thing the fuck off of there. Don't you fuck with me. There she is. Alright, come on. See how thin that is? That is stupid thin. And if you, I mean, it's paper thin. If you change the thickness of these things, it's a nightmare. It is a fucking nightmare. Here's two of them. Huh. Those absolutely have to be fucking cleaned. Jesus Christ. Look at that. I'm gonna have to scrub this shit down with a Brillo pad. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to do this on camera. Most of it. But I will make it a very quick process where you guys are listening to some jazz music. Ooh. Something like that. Very, very flimsy. There we go. That's a better idea. Alright. Okay. Set that down right there. Just kind of observing the nastiness. You know, on the outside, she looked great. That's how it always is, right, fellas? Okay, I'm gonna go scrub the shit out of the blade first, and then I'll bring it back. I'll be right back. Okay. So, we got that cleaned up quite a bit. This thing was like super, super sticky. So is this. Now it's, I mean, obviously I need to lubricate this when I put it all back together, but this part right here was dirty as fuck. So, anyway, grab a towel here. That blow me. Kind of just wipe this off just a tad. Alright, so that did not take me long. I'm going to do these in sections. She is much, much cleaner now. And so I did manage to get the rust off of her. Now we're going to focus on this one. I'll be right back. All right. Much, much cleaner, much improved. The only concerning thing about this is I noticed a uniformity on the steel. There's a like a film of like yellow shit, and I wonder if that's to protect. Hopefully I didn't just scrub off a protective coating that prevents this thing from rusting. I mean, I doubt, you know, I don't really know, but for those of you who are into like forensics, like forensic science and stuff, when picks come, they dip these handles in wax, and there's a film on these. Well, the strategy is you take a book, you open up the book midway, you stick sandpaper in, then you put this in the corner and close the book, and then you just slide it in and out. And what you're doing is you're taking away the friction surface, reducing forensics, because it's a much more polished design that's not going to leave very much behind. So with that, see, like around this screw here, I just kind of left that. That's not really, none of this shit's important. This part is what's important. So now, instead of jumping to this one, we're going to focus on this washer here, one at a time. And I am using the soft part of a sponge, and I am not using any chemicals of any kind, just hot water and a sponge. And I'll be right back. we're back with this. The reason why I'm not using any chemicals, like degreasers or multi-purpose cleaners, is because I do not want any sticky shit at all on this knife. This is going to be very, very well lubricated. That back in. I'm doing this in stages so that I can remember where things went. Come on. Don't be a fucker. Watch me fucking break this washer. I'm gonna be so pissed. Alright. So there's that. Now we're gonna go focus on this fucking atrocity. This might take me a second, so almost done here, guys. Oh, we'll do these two as well, but we'll do this one first. Much better than what it did before. There's certain spots I'm just not fucking with. I didn't want to lose my fucking spacer or anything. My barrel spacer, you know. Alright. Plus, it's not that big of a deal. This is going to be an EDC knife anyway. Which is what I intended for when I purchased the thing. Was to EDC this, and it is like the perfect beater knife. I love Spydercos. That is one of my favorite EDC brands. Not bad. Obviously that, fuck off. We're not dealing with it. Okay, so the only thing we have left is these crusty, dusty fucking spacers. Paper, like less than paper thin. So I've got to be like stupid fucking careful with these. But I'll be right back. Last thing, I promise. Alright, so a bit of a different story on these. I'm having a difficult time with the shit that's on it, so I'm going to use Action Cleaner from Hops. Be right back. Alright, we're back. And man, these things are fucking paper thin. It's not like stupid clean, but it's enough. It's way better than what it was, that's for sure. Alright, so let's put this back together. We have our barrel spacers. Alright, so what we're gonna do, I'm a fucking idiot. So, I do not have Benchmade's Blue Lube, but I do have something that will sort of work. I really should be doing one drop, but that's okay. That's way too much lube. Fucking spacer in there. That thing needs to pop through. Shit. Let's take that off. Not ready for that yet. Come on. There's a little tiny notch. This isn't a perfect circle. And that has to be facing a very specific way. Oh, fucking fuzz out of there. See how that's not a perfect circle? I don't know if you guys can see. See how that's not a perfect circle? So what I'm gonna do, little fucker. I need to spin that around. Wow, I need to clean that up too. Come on. Not too much. Alright. Close enough. Shit. There we go. Alright. Now everything's fitting into place. Okay, let me go scrub this real quick. I didn't realize how fucking dirty that was. This thing too. Wipe this off. Just a tad. Alright. Please don't give me shit. Thank you. Shit. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and get a couple screws in. Wipe this off real quick. just enough to hold her together. All right. There's probably not a whole lot of people that would invest this amount of time into a knife like this, but when you're in love with Spyderco like I am, it's fun. You get enjoyment out of this. Keeping your knives stupid clean. Back on my leaf bottle so that I don't spill all my fucking headache medicine. Alright. There she goes. Not stupid tight, but tight enough that I know it's not going to fall apart. Not seeing any separations. Barrel spacer looks good. Alright, so now what we're going to do, I believe I hit a T6. Put this middle screw in. Dude. Please do not tell me I fucked that up. No, I didn't. That's closer to my liking. Later on, I'm going to have to Loctite that because I loosened it up quite a bit. So now we get to change what direction our tip is facing when it's in our pocket. You will never ever see me with an. I'll never fucking carry a knife like that. That'll never happen. Tip up carry. All the way, all day. All right, back to security bits, I think. It's too much play. I think I actually get to use a Torx bit on this one. This might be too big. Very finicky. Come on. Nope. Security bit it is. Just have to be kind of light with it so I don't strip it out. Fucking son of a bitch. Not too rough with that. We're gonna tighten those down here in a bit. Let me get everything in place. shit. There we go. Well, that just fell right in place. That's not good news. Maybe there's a reason why this was changed. Yeah, look at that. It fell right into fucking place. That's not good. I mean, it tightened up, though. Alright. So there we have it. That's, you know, damn it. Okay, so now we have to focus on the fucking blade. Blade is fucked. So, put this thing on our work sharp. Adjust the camera, make sure everything's fucking nice. Tight. It's not nice and tight. Put it right there. That gives me a good grip. Let's make sure. Shit. Open up, you little bitch. There we go. Just a tad higher. I like to get it right about there. All right. Perfect. Okay, so we're tearing this whole thing down, dude. We are going all the way down to 220. Bloop. Alright. Let's take a look at the angle here. Looks like it needs to come down just a tad. Alright. Downstrokes only. Let me make sure this is all on frame. Downstrokes only. We're gonna do this until it's fucking stupid sharp, and then we're gonna move on to the next one. So this steel is CR13 MOV. And that is not really a super steel. That's like a basic steel that you'd find on like a typical Walmart knife. So, hence why I'm kind of wanting to EDC this. After you do a few passes, you want to make sure that you're getting the entire bevel. That's already better than what it was. There was also some dings in there I kind of wanted to get out. Massive fucking serrations of dings. I don't really count like 12 passes this way and then flip it over and do 12 passes. I don't really fucking count. What I'm looking for is an evenness, and once I acquire that, I move on to the next side. When I'm talking about evenness, I mean like there's a certain way the light hits the bevel. And once it's reached like a 1/16 of an inch in length, then from the apex to the end of the bevel, that is when I switch. So for those of you guys who count, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But I don't have a fucking need to. I do things a little bit differently. And when I'm doing this, I'm not, it looks like I'm putting pressure on, but I'm actually not. I'm just like the weight of my hand and the weight of the stone. Still have a little bit of dingage going on there. I kind of want to clean those up a little bit and get rid of those. It won't take me long because it's only in the apex. And we're gonna make this thing a fucking scalpel when we're done. $20 knife. The dings are almost gone. Just flip it over and work on that side too. You know, one grind that I would like to see. Everybody knows like Scandi grinds are like the world's sharpest grinds. They're sharper than needles. But chisel grinds, that's what they use in Yanagaba. Yanagaba knives. Those are sushi knives meant for cutting fish. Precision cutting. I would love to see a chisel grind on an EDC knife, because sharpening would be a breeze. You know, you just focus on one side instead of two, creating an apex, and then having to worry about that burr. I'm sure that burr would come off much easier on a chisel grind. Not that it matters, it really doesn't, but you know. I think for the most part we almost got those almost got them dings out of there. Just the weight of my hand. I know the knife is moving insanely, but it's keeping the same angle, and it's just the weight of my hand. So maybe, I don't know, like 2 pounds of pressure in total. You don't really want to go hard on it, because then you have to remember how hard you went when you flip it over. It's just just a pain in the ass. Same thing when you're buffing a car. When you're using the buffer, you don't want to apply pressure. You want the weight of your hand and the weight of the machine to do all the work for you. Same principle. Man, those little dings are just barely even there. We're almost done with 220. We are going to take this all the way up to polishing. Usually on an EDC knife, I don't worry about that because I don't really show these to people. You know what I mean? I don't really brag about these. Brag about EDC knives. So, you know, there's no reason to put a mirror polish on HCR13 MOV. If you're just going to be abusing the fuck out of it every day. So it looks like we did some reprofiling on this side because the bevel was not this thick. So whoever had this before sharpened it themselves. It's very, very nice. Very nice. Alright. I'm just gonna do a little bit of touching up here on this side before we move on. Alright. You ever see a Cuban guy get mad? When I lived in Florida, we had a lot of Mexicans and we had a lot of Cubans. And I swear to God, man, when those Cuban people got mad, it really made you feel like something really bad was going to happen. I have an appreciation for Cubans because of the cigars. I also really enjoy Cuban food. Chicken and rice, fucking the Cuban sandwich, the pickles on it. You know, I always have an appreciation for cultures that utilize pork. All right. Oh, those little bastards are still there. But you don't want to have to worry about it when you want to take care of all the bullshit while you're on 220 grit. Because once you get up to 800, it would take you 17 hours to take off fucking just barely a speck. And we're close enough, I might just not even worry about those little chips. It's annoying because they're on the end of the apex here, and that bothers me. It's not going to affect the cutting ability, really. I mean, it technically it does. Destroys the apex, but you know, as far as it making a difference when it's slicing through a box, no, it's not going to matter. Because I don't really feel like spending 7 hours on 220 grit. I don't think it's going to take that long. It's just annoying that it's taking this long. They're barely even there. You know, for the sake of the video, I might as well just go ahead and put a mirror image on it. Just to show you guys how I do everything. See, on this side, those dings aren't even visible. On this side, they stand out like a sore fucking thumb. See them a mile away. I don't want to favor to one side too much, though. Kind of reprofiled that tip as well. That tip needed help. Right. We're not going to spend too much time here on 220. I'm not going to spend the rest of the night fucking trying to get them little dings out. It's 8 CR13 MOV. If this was D2 tool steel or fucking Bowler M390 or fucking S35 VN or whatever, you know, CPM 154, yeah, I would take my time to get those dings out, because those dings are going to come right back, because this is an EDC knife and I will abuse the shit out of this fucking knife. So I'm not going to focus on it too much more. But so now we've switched to 320. Not going to spend a super huge amount of time on 320. What we're looking for is an evenness in the bevel all the way across the knife. Nice little shine. No little bumps or anything crazy. Just making sure everything is nice and even. We're going to come back to that side just a second. Hopefully you guys can see the way that, there we go, see the way that thing shines, the bevel. pretty nice. All right. So now we're gonna bump it up to 400. 400's pretty clean. Obviously, I need to clean my stones because of all the shit that's on there. Slowly working our way up to the polishing stage. The finer the grit, the more shinier the bevel will become. And this is, you spend enough time on these stages here, and when you get up to putting a mirror image on, it's going to be a lot easier to get there. And I'll admit, I do this on purpose. I know this is kind of like the wrong thing to do and I'm probably going to get yelled at, but so the reason why I leave my stones dirty is because when I get to the stropping stage, I want there to be abrasions, little micro abrasions, helping to pull the burr off of the apex. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are cringing your fucking teeth when I say that, but I will tell you that when my strop is dirty, it does a much better job than when it's clean, when it's brand new. So there's something to that. I don't get it too dirty. I just discolor it. That's looking beautiful. That is looking absolutely beautiful. This is probably going to be the sharpest this knife has ever been. There we go. That's looking very even. Nice little 1/16 of an inch bevel going on. Nice little 1/16 of an inch all the way around, all the way up to the tip. Looking in the shininess, you know, I'm not seeing any bumps or anything crazy, so we'll move on. To 600. So we went from 400 to 600. I'm gonna spend a little time on 600. I really want this to come out looking nice. $600 is where it really starts to smoothen out. You're not really, you're removing a little bit of material at this stage, but it's not, it's microscopic. You spend enough time on 600 that when you go up to the higher grits, it's gonna be a breeze. I do spend a lot of time on 600 grit, but it just slides like glass. It's very nice feeling. Well, I do not want to get that much fucking dirt on my strop. So we're gonna wipe that off. That's getting out of hand. Ooh, she's looking pretty now. Looking very pretty. Yes. I'm reasonably satisfied with that. Let's move on to the other side. We're not gonna get that much fucking dirt on my strop. I don't want it fucking black. There's a lot of people that say that you can use upstrokes too. Like, I'm not going to touch the blade, but you can go. I don't do that. I was always told not to do that. And there are a lot of different opinions, but you know, they're like, oh, well, you can sharpen it faster. You can sharpen it twice as fast. And I'm like, well, I'd rather just take the time. Plus, it's, you know, one of the only peaceful moments of solitude that I get. So I like to take my time. I love the way 600 feels when you're pulling it across. It's very smooth. Alright, let's go ahead. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That is nice. That is very, very nice. Have a second look. She's looking good. Go ahead and switch it on over to 800. Once you're at 800, you're no longer taking off material. This is obnoxiously smooth. So you're more or less in the beginning stage of polishing. can feel a little bit of resistance there when I'm coming down. It's not as smooth as when I'm coming down over here. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time, but until it all feels the same all the way down. Now it feels all the same all the way down. Smooth as butter. Take a look. Oh, pretty. All right. Ooh. There we go. Oh, yes. That is already a mirror on this side. I will give you a close-up when we are done. But yes. This is my ceramic. There we go. Now this is really smooth as silk. You're not taking off any material, you're just creating a mirror image. I have noticed that the finer you sharpen your knives, the longer the bevel seems to last. I mean, HCR13 MOV, I'm not really, I don't have like stupid high expectations or anything with that. That thing is nice. I was so glad I found this thing. I found it in between my couch cushions, but I bought this thing like 2 years ago and I lost it, and I just fucking like randomly found it. That tells you how often I clean my fucking couch. It was not under the cushions. It was stuck in between the two separations. It's one of those L-shaped couches. And I mean, man, that thing was like stuck in there. Oh, yeah. That thing is blindingly a mirror. Yes. That is exactly what we want. She is obnoxious. Alright. So now, we're moving on to the strop. So when I say dirty, it's not like stupid dirty. See what I'm saying? There's some definite darkness, but it's not like overbearing. It's not like dusting off. Bloop. Right. Obviously, downstrokes only with your strop. You don't want to be shaving off your leather. But I do downstrokes the whole time. I've watched a lot of videos. Seen a lot of different methods. And downstrokes only was the method that I picked. You can already tell this thing is obnoxiously shiny. Wow. Man, the brilliance. It's like diamonds. It's fucking beautiful. All right. Total makeover on a $20 knife. That's what I'm going to title this on YouTube. Total makeover on Spyderco Tenacious. And again, I apologize for the screen being fucking slim. My editing software blows dick. And I'm not paying for it. It's so stupid. I can already tell this has got a really nice shine to it too. So we're not going to be shaving off arm hair with, you know, I might just do that anyway. I'm in the process of getting my plumbing license. And I might take a month or two off of work. Or I might go to work and fucking save up some money and, you know, then take 3 or 4 months off later. Or see, the problem is when you go to get your plumbing license, the plumbing companies are going to work you fucking 60 to 80 hours a week. You're not going to have any fucking time to study. So you save up all your dough and fucking chill out. Study. And not everybody has that luxury though. Some people have to read their books in between stops and it's a rough way to learn. See, I need to focus at one thing at one time. Oh, yes. She's pretty. Come on. There we go. There we go. It ain't perfect. You know, I didn't spend 7 hours on it, but I guarantee you it shaves now. Make sure we got this on fucking video, because I ain't doing this twice. I'm tired of having patches of my fucking arm hair missing. Oh, yeah. She fucking shaves. She sure does. We got some bullshit we cut. When it comes to the paper cutting test, I'm not, like, great. I gotta make sure that I don't open up a bunch of personal shit. Let me go grab a piece of paper real quick. We gotta open up some mail. Get a piece of paper. That's blank enough. Stab test goes right through. Cool. I suck at paper tests, I really do. So, yeah, that's where those fucking little dings are. But hey, well, could I open a box? Absolutely. Could I shave my face with this? Yes, I could. Can I shave my ball hairs? Yes, I can. And trust me, I need something stupid sharp for those ball hairs, because those things are fucking ridiculous. I'm just kidding. Anyway, alright guys, so total fucking makeover on a Spyderco. Fucking tenacious. That's really brought this thing back to life. A lot of people wouldn't have done that. Gotta love them fucking Spydercos though. I sure do. Alright guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and, you know, fuck off. Alright guys, peace.